Hi, what's going on, guys? Trev back again. Here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video review for the very first episode, the premiere of the new Cartoon Network series, CG animated series, which is called Beware the Batman. Season 1, Episode 1. This one is called Hunted. Okay, so it is July 14th, and yesterday on July 13th, the new series kicked off with the premiere episode, Hunted, for Beware the Batman, Season 1, Episode 1, on Cartoon Network, and got a chance to check it out. Thought I would go ahead and put up a video review for it to give my thoughts on it. I had done a review for the trailer for the series, giving my thoughts on what I thought about the new cartoon series. Obviously, huge Batman fan, have been ever since I was a kid. Think Batman's the best, probably my favorite character overall. Like, if I have to pick out one single character, Batman by himself, like teams aside, forget about your X-Men, your Avengers, your Justice League, one character from any team or any superhero comic books, anything like that, Batman for me is the one character. He's my favorite of any. So obviously, that being said, had to check out the new cartoon series, had to at least give it a chance. Now, those of you guys who watched my review of the trailer, you know that as soon as I saw and heard it was CG, I was kind of like, ooh, I don't know. I don't know about CG. I don't know how that would look. It works for Green Lantern because it's outer space, all these things. It makes sense. But for a Batman series, I don't know. Turtles, yeah. Batman, I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work. So, after seeing it, I will say that actually it was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was really going to take me out of the experience and just be awful. And to be honest, it was not that bad. I'll always prefer old school style animation with actual hand-drawn cells, just like they still do in Japan, just like they still do in anime, and they've just stepped up their game over the years to the point where now their animation, some of their shows like Shingeki no Kyojin or Attack on Titan, is beautiful. If you guys just go to Google, just type in Attack on Titan and look at some of the stills from the anime, or not even that one, I mean there's so many that just have some beautiful animation. For me, I'll always be a fan of that, and for me, the Ultimate Batman cartoon will always be the 90s animated series Batman. That one for me is that's my favorite. So, but anyway, this one's just getting started, so we can't really make comparisons yet or do anything like that yet. Do want to definitely give my thoughts on it. So that's with regards to CG. I'll always prefer the old style, but after seeing the episode today, I felt like it actually was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It actually was pretty smooth. It was pretty cool, especially some of the fight sequences and some of the different environmental dynamics with this building that's collapsing. You have Batman, he's running, he's jumping, he's moving in different ways, and when he runs, he really looks weird. Like he puts his head down and he kind of like runs in the CG. It really looks cartoonish. It's kind of silly, but at the same time, it really flows nicely and it really looks smooth. When he does, he hits Professor Pig with a nice Muay Thai knee, and it switches to a first-person view as he's grabbing him, and he's doing the Muay Thai knee to the face, which is really cool to see something like that, especially when it looks technically sound and everything like that. Really cool to see him throw in some of those other martial art techniques, martial arts moves, which really look smooth and really cool in this, which I like a lot. Because obviously Batman, martial arts expert, he's not limited to just boxing or anything like that. He's going to use all these different techniques and different styles and things like that too, and mix them in his fighting style. So that was cool to see. I liked all the, the flow of the animation, the flow of the fight scenes, the action sequences. Looked really cool. The environment sometimes around the characters feels dead. Though, that's one takeaway from it. It doesn't feel as alive as many things happening around it. When you see a car chase, it doesn't really feel like this is busy downtown Gotham. It feels a lot like there's like 3 or 4 cars on the road, and they're Professor Pig and Mr. Frog are chasing somebody, and then you've got Batman who comes in. But it doesn't feel like that dense Gotham, crazy environment that we come to know and love in the animated series and some other Batman movies and things of that nature, comic books. So that's one thing that takes away from it a little bit, is that the environment sometimes feels a bit empty in the CG. But the fighting is cool, and it didn't turn out to be as bad as I thought it was going to be at first. I'll try to keep this review minor spoilers, but I do want to talk about the plot a bit, so I may ruin it. It's just the first episode. There's no big reveals or character deaths or anything like this, so it's not like, oh my god, I'm going to spoil it for you. But basically, the synopsis of Hunted is that you have Professor Pig and Mr. Frog, and they're essentially capturing some of the more wealthy people in Gotham. They're capturing them, and they're going to torture them or have them be hunted in some kind of little game that they want to play. So without Batman really realizing it, instinctively, they choose Bruce Wayne as one of the people, but he doesn't realize it at first. So he's trying to stop them from capturing some other characters, and in the meantime, Alfred, who's at Wayne Manor, ends up getting knocked out by Professor Pig and Mr. Frog and captured in place of Bruce Wayne. So it kind of makes it feel more personal because you have Alfred and he's in danger. Then you have Batman, Bruce Wayne, who tracks them down, goes after them, their location, and of course is able to save the day and rescue the captive rich people. and Professor Pig and Mr. Frog get away. So that's the synopsis for the episode. Not bad. I thought it was okay. I give it a little bit above average, I guess. It was an interesting choice for them to go with some new villains. You'd always think for a Batman kickoff show, you're going to have the Joker, but they decided in this that let's give some of the other villains a chance to shine. Let's use Professor Pig. He's one we've only seen in the comic books. As far as I know, I've never seen him in any other TV series or video game or anything like that. He's very one of those, because Batman has such a huge rogues gallery. He's the biggest rogues gallery of any hero, superhero. He's not superhero. Any comic book character hero. I don't technically think of Batman as a superhero. He doesn't have superpowers, so he doesn't qualify. But yeah, he's got such a huge rogues gallery, and people always go to the Joker right away. So I think it's interesting that they thought, hey, this has never been done before. Let's try that and see how that goes. And I think it turned out pretty good because he's a new type of villain. It's like, oh, this is fresh. I haven't really seen this guy or this Frog guy and Professor Pig guy before in a cartoon. Let's see how that turns out. And I think it turned out pretty good and pretty interesting. So I was impressed with Beware the Batman. I thought it was better than, or it ended up being better than I thought it was going to be. Am I giving it a super high rating? Do I think it's the best thing since sliced bread? No, I mean, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are still the snap. It's okay. I would give it probably a 7 out of 10, with 6.5 being average. It's a little bit above average for me in terms of Batman, media. So that being said, should you check it out if you haven't checked it out yet? Well, if you like Batman, if you're a big fan of Batman, I would say definitely give it a shot. Definitely try out at least the premiere. I thought it was pretty damn good, and I'm going to check out the next episode. I don't know if I'm going to be reviewing. A show's got to be pretty good or pretty interesting for me to want to review it episode by episode. So I don't know if it's at that kind of level where I'm going to do that. But definitely for the premiere, that's a special event, and that's something I wanted to do a review for. Also, one other thing to mention about the series is it's not trying to be any of the other versions of Batman. It's something completely unique. For example, Alfred, even in this, other than, stylistically, he doesn't really look like Alfred to me. Also, the voice actor for Batman and Bruce Wayne doesn't really sound like a Batman to me. But maybe that'll take some getting used to. The Alfred, he's got like a bald head, he's got like almost no hair, or I don't think he has any hair. He's got a really strong chin. He looks like, is it Hitman, the video game, where he's got the two guns and stuff? I think so. I think that's what it is. Alfred looks like that. That's kind of weird to see. And then at the end, he ends up deciding he's going to leave, which kind of feels a bit like The Dark Knight Rises. And then he puts in Katana in his place to help protect Bruce. So, they're doing their own thing. They're not duplicating another Batman story here from another cartoon series. They're taking the comic books, they're taking elements that have not really been done in a series before, and then putting it into a show, which, if you're a big Batman fan, it's worth checking out. Do I think it's better than the animated series, at least the premiere? I don't think so. That show, to me, was very stylistically and everything. That was, even by today's standards, that's a beautifully dark show, and it's got some awesome artwork, some awesome villains and different storylines, and I think that one's the best Batman cartoon there will ever be in my lifetime, anyway, or our lifetimes probably. but this one's got great potential, I think, to be pretty damn good. It might be better than The Batman, if you guys remember that. I wasn't too crazy about that. I didn't think that was that great. So I think the show's got potential. I'm going to stick with it for a little while longer. The CG didn't totally bother me like I thought it was going to, and like I said, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. So if you guys checked out the premiere of Beware the Batman, let me know what you thought about it. I didn't think it was too bad. I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, so that's pretty much all my thoughts on the episode. Pretty damn good show. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'll call it here. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev, and I'm saying peace.